Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the series where I cast your solo queue, flex and clash games. Today, we are once again watching top tier League of Legends. It's a master tier game today. We're casting a guy who's 250 LP master tier. So not just one of the bots, he's a special one. He is a Seraph one trick. Here you've probably already seen there is no Seraph in this game here as we see in Invade. So is he the Corgi or is he the Cassiopeia? Well, in fact, he's autofill this game. So not only is he not mid lane off his main champion, he's actually playing in the bot lane this game. Oh, okay, so is he the Seri, is he the Aphelios? Well, actually none of them either. He's a support. And the guy I'm talking about here, the 250 LP master tier player, is obviously Q29R0, the Blitzcrank here for Red Team. And wow, I just gotta say, what a name. Poetic, the deeper meaning behind the name. And you're probably wondering, what does the name mean? And it's not up for me to tell you. You have to decide on that yourself. But wow, what a name. But yeah. Okay. No more trolling. That is the guy we're casting today, the Blitzcrank here. Usually a Seraph one trick. His second most played champion is Blitzcrank, but he has around 150 games on his Seraph and only 17 on his Blitzcrank, at least at the time I cast this video. So I think it's still safe to say that he is at least second role. Here as Thresh lands a good death sentence. But he's playing the Blitzcrank today paired up with the Seri. Mid lane we have a ghost pop from Cassiopeia looking for a dive in level 2 already on the Corgi. Takes the turret shot but gets the solo kill isolated in 1 versus 1. And a great start for Corgi in a mid lane that is very snowball. Both laners scale very good into the late game, so Cassiopeia already getting the upper hand in level 2 is definitely something to be appreciative of here for blue team. A bit of a skirmish in the bot lane also. Aphelios pops his exhaust, Seri pops her heal, so a trade of summoners. But yeah, overall we have very snowbally laners in this game, and we also have a couple of junglers who can put a lot of early game, mid game pressure onto the map here with Udyr and Tron, with both junglers very compatible of just taking 2-3 camps and then looking for early game ganks as we see here. Will he pop the pillar to try and take down Jace? Oh, I actually think he already did, but yeah, they do not get to take Jace down. Doesn't even get his flash, so not the best gank here for Udyr, or from jungle I should rather say. Again, Jace caught in the middle here, flashes to the other side of Strungle. Ignite his pop, Strungle flashes away. It is a 3 versus 2 here for blue team. There is no red side mid laner inside, so it is a 1 for 0 in the top lane. A great roam from Corgi, also getting the kill, so right back into this mid lane matchup. Now 1 kill for each mid lane here, so great little comeback here for Corgi after the level 2 misplay that he did. But yeah, we have 3 very snowball mid laners also here in the bot lane with Aphelios and Seri as they see both kind of slow early game champions. We want to scale, we want to get a couple of items before, let's say if you're Aphelios that your Moonlight Vigil, your ultimate, it starts to hurt, and the same Seri, she wants to get a couple of auto tag items in there that can help her with that DPS in her mid to late game team fights. So getting a couple of kills onto these ADC will be very crucial if you want one of them to take over the game. Otherwise, mid lane here, as I said before, very slowball also. Corgi scales insanely well also because the fact that he is split damage, you do a lot of AP, you do a lot of AD damage, so it's very hard to itemize against this champion. You have Cassiopeia. I think we've probably all tried to play against a full build, or at least 3-4 item Cassiopeia. Oh, let's see here. Udyr takes the lantern in, Thresh plays Seri, great little support play here from Thresh, and a bit of support deep here to start the game off. We have to wait and see something from our protagonist of this episode, the Blitzcrank. But yeah, the last thing we have to talk about, Jace Aatrox. Again, whenever we have these fighter top laners, like Jace, like Aatrox, not tank, not full burst. It's always very snowball, right? Because getting a couple of kills on each of these guys will just keep on killing the other laner, right? It's very lane dominant, or there's potential for a lot of lane dominance in this game here. I see Aatrox completely one-shots Jace here with his Q to Dark Blade. I think he landed all 3 rotations onto Jace. Just wow, that's a isolated 1 versus 1. And let's see our protagonist here roaming into the mid lane. Shares some gold with Cassiopeia, and then backs off. That wasn't best use of the Petrifying Gauge, but okay. Benefit of the doubt. Great juke from Corgi here. Wow, turned around, wasn't hit. Good shit right there, Corgi. Yeah, 6 minutes into this game, 4 kills so far, and it's starting to look like a banger already. Thresh here caught out, hooks a minion, but it was actually a very good try. Almost managed to escape, but our protagonist lands the hook into what's called the Power Fist, I think his E is. I mean, take down the enemy support, and I just before said it was starting to look like a bit of support deep after the first little play from Thresh. But U29 R0 here starting to make up for it already. Great pick onto the enemy support, but just overstepped a bit in the spot lane. Did not have the vision for it. It's getting punished. But yeah, 400 gold difference between the two sides here. Let's see if Aatrox is a bit caught out. A lot of pings going down here for blue team. Thresh misses the death sentence and he walks right into Udyr here. Should still be fine, there is no one else. A couple of hits with the Phoenix Dance, even takes a shock blast to the face, but should be out of here. Okay, so not much happening right now, and it is probably also because it is a very high elo game, and usually when we get these high kills games, it is because it is a bit lower elo. There's a lot of scrap all the time, right? The high elo, you get the more, I can say, calculated the fight should be. Not to say that this could also end up being a complete clown fiesta, but so far we have 5 kills in 8 minutes. Looking pretty balanced, also because, well, all 3 lanes, as I said, huge carry potential and huge scaling potential in actually all 3 of the lanes. So obviously you, as a laner, you don't really want to look for these early game fights. You just want to scale. So it's up to the junglers to make these early to mid game plays happen when they try and help their laners out. We already see Trundle here in the top lane in the bush, just trying baiting this Jace to walk forward. Here's Blitzcrank again. Our protagonist walks into melee range. Ooh, still misses the hook, but luckily Cassiopeia takes the 2-shot, takes down Corgi. Yeah, okay, I mean, that's probably the time where he looked like he was auto-filled, our protagonist, but they do get the kill. Not the best play from Blitzcrank here, but Cassiopeia doing a good job with the miasma, just grounding Corgi once again. There is a missed hook here. Let's see if he will go down. I think it should be a kill for blue team here. Will he flash the wall? He will. Not a great, another great death sentence from Thresh here. Takes down Blitzcrank and just fulfills the not great roam that Blitzcrank had here. But okay, all players make mistakes sometimes. Again, not a great pillar. That's another mistake here for red team. That's 2 kills for blue team. Will probably also get a couple of plays here on the top turret. So not a great sequence of plays here. Another death sentence from Shrek, but is the blue team overthinking here? There's not a lot of health on Jace right now. Even the jungler is not really full HP. And let's see, Trundle here just is melted, but here's Cassiopeia, and that's a Twin Fang, that's another Twin Fang, that's a double kill for Cassiopeia, and that's now the red team mid laner with 4 kills and 86 CS, only 10 minutes into the game. We're starting to see, here's the carry for this game. Blitzcrank isolated, but it's looking to get some help from Cassiopeia here. Flashes and lands the Power Fist onto Udyr, even ignites him. Does look like Udyr will manage to escape, but at the same time, Aatrox here, another solo kill onto the Corgi, who does not have had a great game so far. That's already his third death. Again, he scales decently. What about the bot lane ADC fight here? Will it be a 1-for-1? Or it will actually not. Zeri pops both the summoners. We have just saw in this trade not a lot of damage from both ADCs. It was a kind of a slow 1v1, and it kind of just sums up the fact that both of these ADCs they really want to scale. However, this Cassiopeia, normally he wants to scale. Looks like she has already hit her spike. 5-0, 100 CS, a 300 gold bounty for the red team mid laner here. And whenever she backs next time, I think we could be looking at a first item with Jaya for the red team mid lane here. Already 8 stacks on Dark Shield. She will probably complete her mythic before, but there's always potential when you're 5-0 on a late game scaling hyper carry as Cassiopeia. Fresh looks to be caught out here, doesn't have the flash available to him. Or is it red team actually that's caught out? Corgi takes down Zeri. Udyr will go down here too. Will not go down, so 2 kills for blue team here. Great comeback. Aatrox gets a return kill, but 3-for-1 for blue team here. Fight started off looking really good for red team, but a great collapse from Corgi, just picking out Zeri in the back line for red team here. And yeah, even I think Udyr was also there, so it ended up being a 4 versus 3. So blue team, they turned the table from that fight. And if you are red team right now, play around this Cassiopeia for the love of God. Yes, Aatrox has had a pretty good game when it comes to solo kills. It's 3-3 so far, but if you look at the CS, it's only a 50 CS Aatrox compared to a 91 CS Jace. So that should actually mean that Jace is up in gold and is stronger than Aatrox at this point of the game. So play around your mid laner. She has a mythic already. Will deal an insane amount of damage if you have the mana to it, and just keep outputting these twin fangs that she has done a lot so far this game already. But yeah, looking great. Package she has taken into the bot lane from Corgi. Immediately regrets because he sees a trundle. That's great pillar. Does have the flash available to him, so nothing should happen. But yeah, thought it was 1 versus 1 against the Zeri. Fortunately, out comes Trundle from nowhere. Oh, he has to run away. If you look at your minimap, Fresh and Udyr is down there. And see what happens here in the top lane. Once again, another solo kill for Aatrox on Jace. It just looks really obnoxious to me. Jace doing so good CS wise. Looks like he's not a Jace main with the way that he's playing, but okay, another solo kill for Aatrox. What about here? There's a long scrap in the bot lane. Corgi flashes forward, will get the kill. 1-for-1 so far. Zero also goes down, so 2 kills for blue team here. Blitzcrank manages to escape with a slim of health and no mana whatsoever, but here is Cassiopeia misses the Petra engage once again. Second time in the game. What about Corgi here? Will go down. That's a 400 gold shutdown also for Cassiopeia. Will also take down Udyr, but here is Jace, and I think that should be a kill for the blue team top laner. Or what? Will also go down. So I think she gives over a huge shutdown. Probably gives over a 700 gold shutdown. Well, actually, I think it was only a 350 gold shutdown. That's great. Get 3 kills on a roam. A great roam from Cassiopeia, and that's now 8 kills. 8 kills on a Cassiopeia. 2 items already. We have 14, almost 15 minutes into the game. Still only a Dark Seal. I would have expected to upgrade it to the Magias, but okay, maybe it is a high elo thing. Just play it safe. No need to rush your Magias. It's going good. Build your core items. Try and scale. And if you completely pop off later, well then upgrade to Magias so you can have a little fun. I assume that is why we're not seeing MJs from the red side mid laner so far. But yeah, red team are putting a bit of pressure on the mid lane turret, and actually I wanted to say that no turret had been taken, but Jace have at least taken down the top lane tier 1 turret. So even though he is losing in the 1 versus 1, he's farming great, he has taken the first turret of the game, so he should have some good gold on him. But if you're blue team, I think it's worrying that your top laner is that outclassed in the isolated 1 versus 1. So what is your win con? Well, again, we have 3 very good scaling lanes. I think that if you're a blue team here, you want to try and look to get a couple of more items on your Corgi, and you want to look for some picks, because neither of these teams have great team fighting scenes. Or composition. Let's see here. Cassiopeia gets 1 kill in a 1 versus 4. Also manages to escape. Blitzkrieg will take down the other, and though actually dies to the burn from or the poison from Cassiopeia. So that's 2 kills for Cassiopeia when blue team tried to collapse on her. And yeah, it's just looking out of control. It's Cassiopeia completely popping off. Also great here that our protagonist Blitzcrank Q29 R0 rotated down, helped her, and also made sure that she got out alive. She is carrying a 500 gold bounty, so great support play here just to make sure that your mid laner doesn't give that bounty away. But yeah, in the early game I was just about to warn that it wouldn't be a kill banger this game, but okay, now we've already seen 27 kills in 17 minutes, so there is a lot of kills to take from this game. Blitzcrank here misses the hook and now has 0 mana, has to recall. But yeah, 10-1 Cassiopeia. It is still only a 1k goal lead, so again, shows the fact that at least blue team has done a very good job of CSing compared to the red team. You see GJs with a 40-50 CS lead. You also see a slight CS lead in the jungle, with Udyr being 20-30 CS up actually. Makes up for some of the gold deficit that is in the mid lane right now with the insanely fast Cassiopeia. But yeah, blue team here. How do you get back in the game right now? Well, you probably want to be at the objectives before red team with the team comp you have, so that you can look for some picks with the death sentence play. You want to try and pick out someone, right? You also have an Udyr, so you want to camp in a bush around an objective. Be there before red team. But the same actually goes for red team also. It is 2 very strong pick compositions. You see also red team. Well, you have a Blitzcrank, so you have a hook always available to you, and you do have a Cassiopeia, who the best thing that you can do as a Cassiopeia is be at an objective early, because when the enemy team tries to face the objective, what do you have? A Petrifying Gaze lined up against 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 members of the enemy team. So 2 very pick-oriented team comps here, which will evidently make it very hard for blue team to come back, because they don't have that wombo combo team fight that can just ace the whole red team if they land all their abilities synchronized, right? So a bit tough. Jace is a bit caught out here. Will Blitzcrank land the hook? Actually misses once again. Maybe power fist him. Ooh. Also misses the static field, but doesn't go down, and there should be another kill for Aatrox here. I mean, it's the thought that counts, right? Another good roam. They at least get a kill onto the Jace. Blitzcrank does lose his ignite, maybe also his flash in that sequence right there. I'm not quite sure, but they do get another kill onto this Jace. So overall, nothing lost, a kill gain. Great roam from the red team support here, and that is a 1 versus 2 for Aphelios. Seems a bit in, also ends up going down. What about Corgi? Is hit with the Petrifying Gaze, so that's just 2 more kills for red team here. It's starting to get a bit out of control now. A almost 2k gold, 1.5k, k, and both carries from blue team just goes down the mid lane. Look kind of desperate. But you also have to do some desperate moves sometimes when you are behind, as red team will probably feel that they are when they look at the scoreboard, even though it isn't really that much of a goal lead at the moment for red team. But yeah, 20 minutes in, that means the Baron spawns, and that means, well, take down the Baron if you're red team. You do have Cassiopeia completely shreds the Baron, and that's just, it is so fast when you have Cassiopeia as long as she has mana. So great little play here from red team. Realizing the pressure that they have because they took down the healers and Corgi in the mid lane. What about Tracer? Manages to escape with help of the lantern. And now what? The game is over. Blue team, so we were actually looking at a pre-21 minute surrender for blue team, only being 3k down in gold. I mean, probably just because it's obnoxious to play against Cassiopeia. Still think there was a lot of comeback potential for blue team here. They do have a great pick comp, and getting cover fighters on the Jace also. They have decent siege because of the poke that they can land with the Jace shock blast and Corgis missile barrage. But okay, didn't want to play the game any longer. Sometimes that happens. But yeah, that's a game for this week. Thank you for letting me catch your game. Due 29R0, and yeah, until next time, see ya.